Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, so this is the incident, the day of the incident. Okay, Gumshoe's first testimony. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. Not bringing backup, you dummy?
Yeah, dummy.
And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. We thought of checking in on her, but we just decided to stick with the checkpoint. The fuck, guys? Oh. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturellement. You know, if they didn't have that earlier case in which we saw a preview of him, we would think he was the judge, younger, right?
Yes, we would.
In fact, I recall thinking he was.
But he puts like A in
Even still, I think I took a huge break in the middle of this game when I first played it, like almost half a year, and didn't remember the preview of him during that one where they went over to the other court, and really did think he was the same, and was confused by the Canadianisms, being like, did the judge lose these from being in America or something over time or something? But yeah. Anyways. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. No. I'm not trembling. It's just really cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in there! You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten. See, yeah. If not a handsome, suave, smooth-talking guy.
Imagine Grossberg saying that?
Yeah, exactly. If Grossberg was saying, "Go get him, kitten," and be like, "Oh, you're disgusting." Nobody can you're not allowed to pull that off.
Yeah.
You're pet naming her when you've just met her. That's presumptuous and unattractive.
I would actually be super pissed if anybody called me kitten.
Becky would.
Fuck.
It wouldn't matter how attractive they are. Becky hates being given pet names by people she barely knows.
No, that's not a thing to do.
I feel like most women should be annoyed by that.
Yeah.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. And especially if it comes from somebody who's like, classically attractive, it makes
it makes it super sleazy almost.
It seems like they know especially that they're attractive, and they're almost acknowledging it by using something so blatant, being like, "Oh man, I can totally get away with this."
Derivatives of my name is okay, like Bex. That's fine.
Maybe not instantly though. If you met like a brand new coworker at the bank and they're like, "Hey Bex," it's be like, you should know me for a week or two first.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's okay, Mel. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night last night watching. I am jealous because he's probably going to get some of those tits.
What? You're classically beautiful. See, look at that face. Look at that face. Oh.
Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, the unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked me. Oops, gotta go back. Okay. I'm gonna press this. This unknown person. You have no idea who ate my bear, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called the Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. You killed her. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A knock. Yeah, a top secret memo that she left on her desk. So, Can we all agree that Hawthorne's a moron?
Yes.
She went to meet the
She
man
didn't
that she
deserve
got
to die,
convicted, who had just escaped from death row on a bridge where he committed his previous murder. But she had seen him and she didn't go with a fucking partner?
Yep.
What
Pretty
the fuck?
stupid.
According to this note, it seems that the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of the verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
That's stupid advice.
It's that detective's fault. He's the one who said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. You sure are beautiful. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Uh-oh.
Oh, you dodo.
Was that a trap?
Fucking Mia.
With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Fucking, it's so typically anime.
It's so good.
Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there? Because it is a very important place for the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto the bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. You want me to say that? I am a cutie patootie. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested the handcuffed Mr. Falls.
According to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic.
They liked it.
And that's where she was brutally murdered. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, they were really on the ball. It was so gruesome. We found a criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great! We even got to say, "Don't move! We've got you surrounded!"
Oh my god.
It was classic. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location of the suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
Ha! If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed.
She never mentioned a phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I'd noticed earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
Do you think he was gonna blackmail her? Maybe something like in the original case, it didn't go down like that. Maybe Hawthorne was responsible for the death of the hostage. Maybe as a greenhorn rookie cop, she shot the victim or something. And remember, the body wasn't recovered. So maybe it didn't go down like that. Maybe she made a rookie mistake, shot the victim, and it went over the edge. And so he, by getting her to come to the falls, was like trying to like appeal to her conscience, to admit to the truth.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why she didn't tell anyone by going there. And that's why it seems to be stupid, but in fact she's just trying to
Cover her ass?
keep her ass covered.
Maybe.
The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway.
Oops. Go back one.
Hold it! Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, the bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
Where did he get the car?
Yeah.
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. It was gruesome. Stabbed them 20 times each.
Shit.
Car thieves. Not sure how I feel about car thieves.
Fuck. Is this guy
sure about how he feels about anything? This is the photo of the stolen college trunk.
Woof. That's a tiny tunk.
Yeah.
Naturally, the body of Valley Hawthorne in there. Whoa! That doesn't look too comfortable.
No, Judge, it doesn't.
I rate this piece of evidence R for restricted. Shouldn't be showing this to me. I got an early bedtime tonight.
All right.
The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah.
For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. No.
We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell.
I'm having trouble going between all the voices.
I can tell. They're like, I can understand.
Yeah.
You can't tell from the photo, but the knife was stuck in her back and firm. Nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there any other strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here was a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway.
There's no blood.
This is weird. They just added this to the testimony, and I didn't even press for it to be added.
Yeah.
You don't see that often. Pressed.
What does the defendant have to say about this photo? He always says what he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says.
Gumshoe did an impeccable impression.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, I'm actually kind of proud of my distinction between the two voices, because it's easy for those two to sound the exact same, but I think I've made them distinct.
Yeah, you totally have.
Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... sorry, I told a little lie.
What?
Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested.
So, you know, I mean, can we just apply Phoenix Wright's stupidity logic to the fact that he's never, if my scenario is correct, that the policewoman did something bad on the bridge and is trying to cover it up, that he never professed that to the court? Because Gumshoe's just told us that he never says anything but, I didn't do nothing, and sorry I told a little lie.
Yeah.
Is he protecting Hawthorne as well? Is he such a good guy that he thinks that she should have to admit to it and he shouldn't have to accuse her?
Maybe. I don't know.
Anywho.
Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested.
Precisely.
All right. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean I was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
Ooh.
That was kind of close. Any later, and Mr. Falls would have slipped right by.
Can you remind me of the times I just read that I didn't really pay attention to?
4:30 is when they arranged to meet. They set up the checkpoint at 5. It takes half an hour to get from the bridge to the from the bridge to the checkpoint.
And when was he arrested?
We don't know. Well, I guess 5 o'clock.
Meaning that their meeting took like no time?
Yeah.
That was kind of close. Any later, and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Let me see if there's any evidence
you know
that says the exact time. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Bridge located 40 feet. Okay. Confidential police materials written by the victim. Press A for details. Falls, 4:30 at that bridge, wearing a white scarf for identification. Wear a white scarf. Oh! Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait.
Profiles?
Where's the scarf?
Where's the white scarf, bitches?
Probably in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Dahlia? What? Hawthorne? They're sisters!
Holy shit balls. Dahlia?
It's the Hawthorns. Weird. She doesn't look anything like her sister, but I guess that might be because,
Maybe she was adopted.
well, also red hair is recessive, right? Like sometimes there can be a redheaded kid and then the rest don't have red hair, right? Isn't it like random? It has something to do with gender as well.
I don't think so. It's a recessive trait.
But I've seen twins where one has brown hair and one has red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is completely possible. I thought recessive meant skips a generation.
No, it just means it's the recessive gene. So if there's anything else in there, it will grab that. But if there's nothing else, then it will take the red. Kind of.
Poor redheaded
That's like
kids.
a super simplified
Even their
way of
genes
saying
are
it.
unwanted.
That was kind of close. Any later and Mr. Falls would have slipped right by.
Listen up, Kitty. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
A trap? A trap! It's a trap!
Walk in carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not!
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
We've already found it.
Hey, you know what? I've gone through the tutorial. Thanks, game. We're very late in this game. We don't have to go through all this.
The ever famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those.
Dan Crash, you switch between those voices awful smoothly.
Fuck you!
She loves you.
All right. So we need to find a contradiction,
Which we have. Now we just need
which
to
is the
find
scarf.
where-
So
Yeah.
right here, right? Just present the scarf, the note to this. Right there, victim's note. So when we come back, we're gonna present this contradiction. Hopefully it's the right one. It better be, and we'll go down from there. Or how do we usually do this? It's been a while with Phoenix Wright. Usually I present the contradiction, then it usually kicks off a new piece of testimony, right? And then the next segment would be the testimony, the new testimony.
Yeah,
Let's keep going. Fuck this. Take that!
Objection!
Objection, I mean, shit.
Witness!
Ooh.
Well, what is this? Do you have something to say, Miss V? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time I've ever actually had to address someone like that. Grr, you should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss V, I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten, want a piece of my coffee candy?
No, you fuck off.
Candy.
Well, you're still too young to be drinking a real coffee.
What?
Grr, come on. I mean, fuck.
Grr, come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer.
Are you fucking kidding me? That the note that says wear a white scarf for identification doesn't contradict the photo that clearly shows the victim not wearing a white scarf?
I guess
Fuck
so.
me. Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh.
Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the victim written right on out, victim. Did it in your note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten that the caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus the special request. I have one very simple explanation for you, detective.
Question.
Question maybe, even. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stop there! You should have looked for it!
You're getting too excited. This isn't the music.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Rubba,
kind of, doesn't it feel like this music hasn't really appeared before? No, it has. It just feels like a
It's still good, though.
smoother rendition, doesn't it?
You can dance all you want.
But what I'm saying is, like, I mean, we've heard this tune. But for some reason, it feels smoother than usual. Like a slight alteration. Anyways. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she just did that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? How about you present all the evidence to the fucking court instead of withholding it from the defense?
Then it wouldn't be Phoenix Wright.
Well, where did you get that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge, I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. Fucking hell.
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but you can see it's close enough for what it was intended for.
That's not white, it's blue. Yeah, you're right. Sure looks like someone spent some time in the mud there.
Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will now accept the scarf into evidence. Scarf added to the court record there.
Now, as the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself.
When we come back, Mia continues to embarrass herself in the court of law.